Hi, I'm Tiekka. Welcome to Everyday Ballet, where we bring authentic classical ballet principles, training, and style to everyday life. No matter your age, your body type, or whether or not you know anything about ballet, I'm here to show you all about this glorious art form and how to bring some ballet grace and power to your life. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you about one of the more vigorous steps of ballet technique. It's called frappé. Now, I know some of you have been to Starbucks and perhaps ordered a frappé, but it's not a drink. It is a step from our ballet technique, and it's one that we encounter later on in our ballet bar. And yet, this is a step you're not really going to ever see performed on stage, as it's really a straight-up training exercise to develop the strength and coordination to do things like jumps, as well as to rise up onto the tips of the toes. So I'm going to teach you all about frappé, and then after that we're going to have an exercise so that you can put those training tips into motion. And if you enjoy this video, please remember to like, subscribe, share, and set your notifications so you won't miss any of my future ballet training videos. I'm so delighted you're here. Let's ballet. Frappé means to hit or to strike, and it is describing a motion of the foot in which we strike the floor with the ball of the foot to point the toes. So a frappé looks and sounds like this. That's the strike. So we strike to point. Standing in first position, the first part of your frappé is to take your working leg and flex the foot strongly. Now the heel is on the ankle bone. That's that little knobby bone right down there. It's very, very low. And right here we're using our good posture. So you're hugging in at the core, drawing up through the posture, and nice and light across the neck and shoulders. Now from this flexed place, we are going to strike the ball of the foot, which is just this part right here. So it's not the whole foot, it's just the top part of the foot. You're going to strike the foot close to the body, and then from that strike, you push through the toes to point the foot. Now you can do that to the front. You would strike and brush to point, and the toes are about 2 inches off the ground. And then to come back in, you flex the foot and bring it right back to where you began. So you can do it to the front, but you can also do it to the side and back. Just be sure that each time you strike, it is close to the body, and then you push the toes. And then you can just bring it in and strike, brush, bring it in. And now trying to the back. We strike the ball, we brush and point the toes, and then we flex to bring it in. We strike and brush to point the toes and flex to bring it in. Now, really, this step is not broken down as slowly as that. So what we want to do is try to smooth out those elements. So the strike and the brush kind of happen all in one motion. So let's try again to the front. We have the foot flexed. We're standing up with our beautiful posture, and we're going to go strike, brush, strike, brush, strike, brush. Good. Now let's try it beside. Strike, brush. Just like your dégagé, you want to keep that heel tucking forward, and you want to keep the hips still. And to the back, we do a strike, brush, and a strike, brush. And again, strike, brush. Now, a couple of things to be mindful of. A lot of times when we're starting to do this more coordinated kind of step, it's very easy to start gripping your bar and taking tension in that hand, as well as lifting the shoulders or tensing the face. So first and foremost, we want to really bring our good posture into play. So releasing across the shoulders and a light touch on your bar. The second thing that I often see is that when people start their frappé, they start with a flexed foot way up here on the calf muscle, and it's not way up there. It is nice and low. Keeping that heel nice and low will help to ensure that you're striking the ball of the foot and not stubbing your toes. So you want to start nice and low. And then when you do the actual strike, you want to make sure that it's close to the body. Keeping it close to the body will ensure, once again, that you don't stub your toes, and it will give you the action that we want, which is that of pushing through the toes. So we strike and we push through the toes so that we're strengthening the shin, the ankle, the feet, the toes, the metatarsals. The other thing to be mindful of, especially to the side and to the back, is that as we're doing the striking motion, we want to maintain those level hips. So make sure that that foot is in front of you slightly. Don't let the heel tip back. The moment the heel tips back, the pelvis changes shape and we've lost our good posture. The same is true to the back. Keep long through the lower spine, hug in at the core, keep the strike close to the body, and just like dégagé, you want to feel like you are jumping into the air. So as we go along in this next exercise, which is a long one, see if you can keep it low and strong. Remember to come right into the ankle bone and not pick it up towards the calf, and try to really point those toes strongly at the end of each frappé. With that, remember to breathe deep and let's do frappé. Standing up nice and tall in first position, lift the fingertips, open the chest, take a light touch on your bar, and flex the heel nice and low. We're going to start with 3 slow and then 2 a little quicker to the front. Here we go, hugging in and lifting up. Strike, brush, bring it in, strike, brush. Really flex those toes. Strike, brush, bring it in, 2 quicker. Remember to keep it low. To the side, brush, bring it in. Strike, brush, bring it in. 1 more slow. Brush, bring it in. Now 2 quicker. Bring it to the back. Strike, brush, bring it in. Try to keep that pelvis really neutral. Strike, brush, bring it in. 2 a little quicker. To the side, strike, brush, bring it in. Strike, brush, bring it in. Make sure that heel is turning forward, and 2 quicker. Now 3 quicker to the front. Strike. Now we hold, flex, point, bring it in. To the side. Hugging in at your core. Light touch on your bar. Point, bring it in. To the back. Good. Strike, in, hug in, reach out. Flex, point, bring it in. To the side. The back of that standing leg is probably feeling it. Strike, flex, point, lower, and bend, and straighten the legs. And shake it out. We're going to turn it to the other side. Taking your bar, hugging in at your core, lifting up, opening out, flex, strike, brush, bring it in. Try to zip the jeans here. Remember to keep it low. Brush, bring it in. 2 quicker. Good. To the side. Brush, bring it in. Don't let those hips twist. Keep the hips facing forward. Bring it in. 2 quicker. Hugging in, reaching out. To the back. Striking close to the body. Strike, press, bring it in. Strike, press, bring it in. 2. Good. To the side. Brush, bring it in. Strike, brush, bring it in. Try to tuck that heel forward without twisting the hips. Strike, keep it low, reach. Now 3 front. Strike, strike and hold. Flex, point, bring it in. To the side. Check in with that bar hand. Make sure you're not gripping. Flex, point, bring it in. To the back. In, strike, in, strike, flex, point, bring it in. Side, in, strike, flex, point, bring it in. To the front. Front, in, strike, in, back, in, side, point, close. Bend the knees. Straighten, turn the chin. Yeah, I always feel like everybody deserves a gold star at the end. So you're probably feeling a lot of sensation. One of the primary sensations of frappe is actually the front of the shin because of all that flexing and pointing we're doing. This part really gets worked. You may also be feeling it in the feet themselves. But one special area I want to be sure you're feeling it is actually the back of your standing leg, each side. You should have been feeling that thut, that muscle there between the thigh and the butt. This area really works a lot because it's stabilizing you as you're striking the floor and the foot vigorously. If you are not feeling your thut, you'll want to check in with your bar hand because it's very common as we're doing all this coordination and effort to use that hand gripping and pulling against the bar. When you lighten up that hand, it'll help deliver the energy and the effort to your thut, and you will really get the full benefit of this exercise. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, remember to like, subscribe, share, and set your notifications. Thank you so much for sharing ballet with me today. And until next time, happy dancing.